Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Armed strangers wandering into my camp for one. Some of my camp wandering out for another. You want to try standing outside in the heat, keeping your sights open for the next marauder raid? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her. It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere. Could do without the gallows humor. I'll tell you what I can. Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already. Little ways ago, she was always obsessing over a cereal
这里还有连续剧可以看啊。
Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
我用一下我的桌面，我想要清出一个位置，比较放我的手。
Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skill as far as I could tell. Marauder gang just moved into the districts a little ways east. Their numbers are growing. Gotta come from somewhere. Well enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does. She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own. What is it? Over in the hothouse, tending crop. What is it?
鬼部我先帮他们的话，会比较有好感。
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
用痰盂煮东西哦。
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots. It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject. No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice. The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special
特别
fertilizer.
的肥料。
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
香菇难受，无法抢先玩到啊！
什么香菇？香菇难受，你要抢先玩到什么东西？
Think about it. We'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
他要去拿罐头工厂的。
我想看加菲猫玩 Cod 啊！
啊，去装个水，水喝完，装个水。
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Miss Holcomb? Your father died of
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
被公司洗脑了，一群社畜。
It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery. So, what do you say? Divert power over to us. Shut down that abominable cannery for good. I trust you will listen to your conscience. Anything else? That's not strange at all, dear. Few of us truly know where we are. The world can seem like a forest without end, and it is all too easy to lose one's way. But we must
自己
remember
玩
that
没什
being
么乐
lost
趣，
is the
看脑
first
残猫
step.
玩比较有趣。
This is the old botanical lab in Emerald Vale, on Terra 2. By the look on your face, I'm guessing you're not quite following me. Are you not feeling well? That sounds like fever talk, all right. So why am I tempted to believe you? Where did you say you... Is that a new settlement of some kind? I haven't kept news from outside the Vale. Oh, you're talking about that old piece of folklore. Now I'm convinced you're delirious. You really ought to lay your head down, dear. Babbling only agitates the humors. You ought to try some of my purgative tea. Won't cure what ails
清
you,
肠茶
but it will distract
泻
you
药哦
for a spell. Maybe I do. I don't know yet. Growing up, I heard my folks talking about the whole. Always believed it. Listen, don't you worry about what I think. That's not important. Worry about what the board thinks of you going around talking about. You carry on about coming here from another world, and people will talk. Talk leads to questions. No, but the board may have reason to fear you. I am getting old, you know. These two lamps of mine are not as bright as they once were, or I might have seen you for what you are. Remains to be seen. Might be
那
the
我
woman
先
that
去
saves the
睡觉
veil.
了，后
Might
天
be
等你
Reed's
开车
personal
嘿。
gun
我
hand.
这次要上 Cod 的车，战地没上车，因为都在打飞机。
你都在打飞机，
People around here lack the strength to effect change. Or they
整
have the
天就
strength,
知道打飞机，
not the will.
难怪你只是
You
个
see,
耐
they're
米屌，
both.
垃圾猫，
毛头人。
食物链顶端你不懂。
A little prattling never hurt anyone, dear. You might even catch a little sense, if you listen close enough. I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant.
垃
I
圾
just
猫，
want you to know that if you take our
毛
power
头人
away,
干嘛？
you will have brought an end to our way of life.
现在战地5的那个飞
有
机也玩不出技术啊，因为没有什么天敌啊。
表情符号心爱。
想你干嘛？
有啊，西西下班了。我在美孚常踢到铁板。
Not under Reed's watch. He and I would come to blows within a day, and he would never tolerate my tending to a garden. This is my home. It will be my home even if Reed cuts our power. Simple as that.
很少吧？现在很多飞机都嘛只炸底步
炮、
兵。
铁拳、猎鹿拳。
白痴哦！铁拳现在能要打多少发才能命中一发？榴棒炮、猎鹿拳也是干，那是自己低能飞太低才会这样吧？现在都把轰炸机在轰地面的，也没有人在狗斗啊。
美孚超准，我不知道为什么。
一堆人都嘛在那边轰炸步兵，然后步兵又不能还手，那超智障的带死了。那飞机都嘛有很有默契的，不互相狗斗，都在捞，一直捞步兵。
That's because Reed was my boss. I was the cannery's one and only flavor specialist, you see. Remember that limited run of white chocolate saltuna? That was all me.
有啊，没狗斗，因为双方飞机没有仇。好玩吗？天外世界。
When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment.
难怪他会不
Said the
爽。
medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear. I could not possibly care less if he does, but you're surely welcome to ask him. I'm listening.
要我做选择是吧？
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with? You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off. Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found.
看
You
你的
sound like
脸
some
应
type
该
of
是不
corporate
好玩。
fixer asking all these questions.
还不知道啊，才玩没多久。
Zoe was always
算
obsessed
了，
with
晚
the
点
cereal.
睡，看脑残猫无聊来跟你
A
聊
scion
天，
of
吃玉
Byzantium
米
turns
片
to
加牛
banditry
奶。
and teaches his marauder
玉米
companion
片
the
加牛
wisdom
奶
of free market economics. Shame she up and
有遇
vanished
到
when she
bug
did.
吗？
I had a surprise lined up
偶
for her.
尔有一些 bug， 就是不能捡敌人的战利品的。有些人打死不能捡战利品。目前只有遇到这个吧。
The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day. Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd. Hey. Hey. Fresh off the limb.
卖肉的，还卖衣服，背包，防具升级模块哟，还有这种啊。 原来防具也有模块哦。
Yeah.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
佐伊的日记。第18页。杀了邻居。这是第几页？12页。
希望战地能借由这次 Cod 学乖，听听来自老玩家的意见，不要整天瞎搞去讨好不玩战地的人，不然战地就要退出历史了。
袋子就很白痴啊，讲不听，好的东西都不留下来，一直搞一些奇怪的东西，多余的东西。对啊，他是要说服，他是要加入掠夺者。
Yeah, huh?
Something I... Oh.
好鸡。
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies. If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
企业贡献奖，不知道干嘛用。
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Hang a last one。
猫头人怎么了？
Hey, that's impressive. Where are we headed? Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannon.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
怎么只会讲一样话？
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering.
这不能连线吧？
Whoa.
不能啊，
Miss
这单机
Parvati.
吧？
Hey, you're what? How are you? Hi.
没看到有多人的东西。
Hello. Great, just great.
靠腰他刚讲
I've been
哦，
trying to keep stuff running.
Oh gosh, no.
Are you from town? Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Fact is, I've been, well, lying to everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted... I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the
他
craft
说
of the
他喜欢
engineer,
假
see?
假猫。
I want to
你
make
才
something
假
of
假
myself. You ever
假
heard
假
of
的
the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the...
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads. I wish I knew. I wager the town had... No kidding! Really? Well, which one? Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble.
声
In
望提
fact,
升。
I put aside something special. On
对
the
话
off
这
chance
么
that
多
somebody
哦。
search out those data. don't keep me in. Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this my 2 whole data pads. Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your. What's up?
对主打大量文
Couple
本。
months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died. We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go. I mean,
可
I
惜站
was
装游对
incompetent.
话，
I couldn't even
但是
survive
不
on
能
my
多
own.
人游戏
Grace
是
found
死
me,
穴。
Adelaide took me in. I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to. I mean, we could really use. This isn't coming out right. If you want. Anyway.
靠腰。一不小心就开枪干。
87猫。
Well, great.
在熬夜打手枪是你肥猫。
I know. No. Look. Two. I mean,
You were.
这里有显示这件是谁穿的吗？难道是外框颜色？
姓肥猫变假假。
你才假假。因为我刚不是买了一个负重来着。100个。我没变啊。谢谢追随哦。
主线是啥瓦？早上都没看。
早上都没看，你还敢说？这是怎么回事？
What is it? I'll tell you. What is
我要上班，你才还敢说吧，假假猫！
靠过去那边。主线就是要寻找很多伙伴，然后到自己的太空船上，然后修好自己太空船，离开这个星球，去寻找伟大的航道。
感觉不错，但是不能连线，没有魔法。鲁夫，
他快没血了，会怎样？鲁夫。现在要选边吧，选择要帮城镇的那公司的人，或者是帮反抗的人，逃出去的人，逃亡者。为什么变装备的关系？
不能看你变成魔法少女感到遗憾。
公山小。修补。我靠，这么多东西哦！我靠，直接这样丢我！ 看他会钻地是怎样？伙伴倒下会死，不会死掉。没掉什么东西。
直接被石头砸脸。
所以同伴不会死的样子，只是倒下，就还好。
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
Say that. Stand and deliver. Stand and deliver. That had to hurt. No encore.
大丰收。
Hey, that's impressive.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways. What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
他怎么这么想当坏人啊？
I'm great at clarifying. No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And I didn't seem to mind one whit. I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it. I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, it must be my natural charisma. I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find but a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse? I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them. I've got all the time in Halcyon. Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
这里人都死完啦。
I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me.
1还是2啊？这两不是差不多？
Wait, you're telling me he's got a copy of the Mass Marketeer? Why didn't you say so? I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is going to be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to. Look, I already bought what you were selling me. Just give me some time to gather up my personals.
靠腰。没有东西满了。
吃的啥好吃的？我也想买点零食了。
吃糖果啊。吃那个海盐糖，不知道你那边有没有？
糖果就算了，鸭容易炸烂。
鸭容易炸。倒是都没蛀牙过耶。我是不常吃啊，只是这个糖果是甜甜咸咸的，蛮好吃的。
别担心会住的。
我是觉得建筑是重复的有点多啊，这长得差不多这建筑。
地雷好不科学哦，自带发光。
对，地雷太明显了。我操！这么多地雷！
哈哈哈哈！
刚刚抓个痒而已，东西又满，太容易满了吧？那么多东西。87边缘熊。
刚刚花了70元买了摩斯，好奢侈哦。
总是有个量。
这游戏自带无限背包很爽。
也没有无限啊，它有负重限制。倒是希望不要有限制。妈，怎么还有啊？
你可以拆相当于无限了。
下好慢哦，暴雪。 好事。
先睡了，明天或后天加入脑残猫车队，呵呵。
晚安。
小喵推荐给我几个增胖的零食吧。
超多只
Where are we headed? He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, if he wants to learn about engineering, you should help him get the...
情感发展了。
是刚刚那个啊，刚刚那个 NPC 喜欢他。干那个脸好好笑。
用下杜闪敌人的攻击。
他的躲闪很不明显啊，就这样小跳而已啊，就稍微有点二段跳的感觉那样。
西补写的时候，真像是正在来一管喝一昂的。
对啊，
可以反复横跳。
反复横跳。真靠谱啊！什么枪啊？真靠谱哇！伤害好高哦！哇哦！
429，吞子吧。
机枪啊，是机枪啊，好屌的感觉哦！重武器。
重机枪。
重机枪这么高攻还能拿着跑，这游戏绝了！
愉快玩耍枪管，奇怪的名字。这么容易满啊！
拆！
电棍。
感觉突然变成无主之地了。
捡破烂游戏。
What is it? We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened anyway? You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you. I don't know what you did to talk some sense into...
这是他打的哦。
Zoe says she fought her way out.
工作台这里在哪里有啊？忘了。
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
I'm listening.
加伤害耶。会越来越贵就对了。下午1点了。
Something on your mind? Go ahead. I admit the... Scripture tells us we all have our purpose in the world. Our work shows us that purpose. We should not have to move on from it. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even... Losing Adelaide was the hardest. Spacer's Choice Saltuna is ever since... Go. Go ahead. I admit the fault was... Nature is uglier. There is safety here. Safety and purpose. But not all of us see that. And I cannot force that vision upon them. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on.
Don't make me report you to Mr. Thompson.
Carry on.
那个是在哪里啊？指的是外面哦。我有点想睡觉，我去睡一下午觉，睡醒再玩吧。好困哦。这个到底要下来多久啊？然后暴雪的后者可以改啊。哦，休息一下，晚点再玩。困了，午休啦。拜拜，晚点再开。